Hello, thank you for joining me. So yeah, there's unlimited chess classes through August 18th. Go to legendarychess.com, check out the youth summer camp, youth summer group, and yeah, the unlimited classes there. And here, this is a bit of a strange setup here. So not really what would happen in reality, but this is to help kind of early intermediate students find checkmate. So that's the idea here. We are trying to identify how to get checkmate, and you get to make two free moves at the same in a row. You get to make two moves in a row. You don't normally get to do that in regular chess, but here that's just what we're doing. So how would you move to make it so it's checkmate in two moves? Go ahead and pause your video and think about it. Got to look at see kind of where the black king can go. And as it stands right now, the black king could go here to d6. He could go over to f6. Those are both safe squares. So somehow we've got to take both of those away at the same time. And you can do that by moving the pawn and then just bringing the rook over. And that is checkmate. So e6 and rook e8. Same thing here again. You get two free moves in a row. So make two safe moves in a row for white to get checkmate. How do you make this happen here? What do you have to do? Go ahead and pause your video if you want to think about it. So yeah, we could go ahead and move the knight here, and that takes away the b7 square, and then rook here. It's just checkmate. Same idea, we get to make two free moves in a row, to put the king in checkmate. So how do you make that happen? Hopefully you pause your video to figure that out, but it looks like we could play bishop here, and then knight here. So the rook's taking away the b file, the bishop takes away a7, and then the knight checkmates. Once again here, we get two free moves in a row to make checkmate. Go ahead and pause your video if you want to think about it. Again here, you kind of want to think about where the king can move, and as it stands, he could move here, he could move here, he could move here. How are we going to take away f8, d8, and f7 at the same time? Well, we're going to have to reroute our... Well, hopefully you pause your video and think about that, if that's what you're going to do. And yeah, we could just move our queen... pretty much, there's quite a few places, but probably here, and then the kiss of death checkmate. Kind of king helps the queen, and that is checkmate. All right, same idea. Make two safe moves in a row to get checkmate. Go ahead and pause your video and think about it. Well, it looks like as it stands, the king could move here to f7. He could move over to f8. He could move over to d8. Somehow we've got to take all that away at once. You got two moves to do it. Yeah, but the king could just step up here, take away f7. The bishop takes away e7, and then you have kind of like a back rank checkmate. Okay, now we're going to switch it up. Okay, so we're gonna move the bishop twice. So safely move this bishop here on b2 to make it checkmate. How do you make that happen? Go ahead and pause your video and think about it if you like. Again here, it helps to think where the king can move. Our bishop's taken away these two squares here, well, these two squares, so the king can't move there, but the king would be safe on either of these two squares. Safe where he's at, and he's safe on G7. How do we take that away? Well, you can reroute the bishop to here and to here. Not a very straight line, but that'll be a Bowden's mate. So a Bowden's mate. So bishop here, and that is checkmate. All right, same idea here. So as it says, all other pieces are frozen, so you get two free moves. How do you get the rook into position so that you can checkmate with this rook in 2 moves? Go ahead and pause your video and think about it. Hopefully you pause the video. Pretty interesting situation here. You can actually take this pawn here, and then you can move right here, and that is checkmate. May not look like it, but this bishop here is absolutely pinning that pawn to the king, so that pawn can't move. So this, in fact, is checkmate. Okay, so here again, we're supposed to checkmate in 2 moves. It says safely move the bishop on E1, so the highlighted in blue bishop, to checkmate in 2 moves. All other pieces are frozen. How do you have to move here? Go ahead and pause your video. You want to think about where your opponent's king can move, and our bishop is taking away this light square diagonal. The queen is taking away that one, so the king has nowhere to move. The only place he's safe is where he's at. So we have to reposition that bishop. Hopefully you've thought about it, but yeah, we could just go bishop to H4, and then bishop F6 is checkmate. All right, same idea once again. We're trying to checkmate. We've got 2 free moves to do this. Again, this doesn't happen in real chess exactly, but this is like pointing you in the right direction to start looking for checkmate. So safely move the queen there on F1 to checkmate in 2 moves. Hopefully you paused your video to think about it. But yeah, you can just move your queen to H5, or excuse me, F5. In reality, they would probably defend by pushing their pawn or something like that, but sometimes people miss stuff like this. This is just kind of pointing us in the right direction. Now, queen takes H7, kind of a kiss of death checkmate with the support of the bishop. Of course, the king cannot take a defended piece. The queen is defended by the bishop. All right, same idea here. We're trying to checkmate the white king, in 2 moves. So you have to make safe moves to checkmate the king. Hopefully you pause your video to think about that. How are you going to do this? But yeah, we can just, well, if you could put the knight there, notice that we've got the bishop there. The bishop is taking away H1. Our king is taking away these 3 squares. So all we have to do is find a safe check with that knight. And it looks like we can just drop here and then go here. And that is just checkmate. Kind of a smothered checkmate, if it were. All right. Well, thank you for joining me for that. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, we got to be always looking for checks. We're always trying to find checkmate. So hopefully this will help you be a little more creative in finding checkmate patterns. All right. Thank you for joining me. Oh, and yeah, as I've mentioned, we do have the group classes through August 18th. I'm doing 6 classes a week right now. If we get more people to sign up, I might do more classes. Yeah, there's other options, one-on-one chess, group classes, things like that on legendarychess.com. Please like and subscribe, as I will be posting many chess videos every week, including some game reviews, tactics, checkmate patterns, things like that. But yeah, all right. Take care. Bye-bye.